News Review from BBC Learning English.
Hello and welcome to News Review, the show where we show you how to use the language from the latest news stories in your everyday English. I'm Dan, and joining me this morning is Tom. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Dan. Good morning, and hello to our audience wherever you are.
So what's the story, Tom?
Today's story, Dan, is about a very bad journey.
A very bad journey. That sounds intriguing. Okay, so let's hear more from this BBC Radio 4 news report.
British Airways flights from London to Dusseldorf are supposed to take just 1 hour and 20 minutes, making it a trip to the city easier and more attractive than ever, according to its website. But passengers who boarded one early morning service took the scenic route when the pilot mistakenly flew to Edinburgh.
So, the story. A plane left London. It was going to fly to Dusseldorf, and it was supposed to arrive in Germany 1 hour and 20 minutes later. However, the plane didn't arrive because they went to Scotland instead. The pilot landed in Edinburgh by mistake because he got lost.
That's quite an interesting story, Tom. Thank you very much for sharing. Okay, so you've been looking around at 3 words and expressions that we can use to talk about this story.
I have our 3 words today: baffled, blunder, and stifle.
Baffled, blunder, and stifle. Okay, can we have your first headline then?
Of course we can. My first headline is from RT.com. It says, I blame Brexit. Passengers baffled as BA flight to Germany somehow ends up landing in Scotland.
Baffled, completely confused. It's a nice word, Tom. What can you tell us about it?
It's an adjective,
Okay.
ED adjective. So if I am baffled, I am completely confused. And it's an extreme adjective as well. So we wouldn't say very baffled. The adverbs we'd use are completely baffled, totally baffled.
Utterly baffled.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
perfect.
Okay. You said it was ED.
Yes.
Is that significant?
Well, we can also use it in an ing form with the
Okay.
adjective, as the adjective that gives us the feeling. So if I am baffled, I am completely confused. If something is baffling, it makes me completely confused.
Yeah, I know something that's quite baffling. Something that certainly makes me feel baffled every time I hear about it. It's Neil's idea. Have you heard about this? You know the one, English for Cats?
Yes,
Yeah, it's baffling.
it is
to
a bit
me.
baffling. I always
does-
feel baffled when I hear it.
Yeah, I mean, like cats don't speak English for a start, so
I could use the verb form
oh, do please.
and say, it baffles me.
Baffles.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a verb too.
Yeah, if something baffles you, it confuses you, or it extremely confuses you. It makes you very confused.
Like cryptic crosswords, Tom.
Cryptic crosswords baffle me. They make me so confused, I've no idea how to do them.
And of course, we often use it in the phrase "it baffles me" plus a clause, don't we?
Yes, so I could say, it baffles me how this pilot could go to Germany and land in Scotland.
Well, thank you very much for not baffling us on that explanation. Let's have a look at the second headline.
The second headline for today is from the Scottish Sun. The Sun's a UK paper, this is a Scottish version, and the word is blunder. It says, plain blunder. Passengers baffled, there's that word again, as flight destined for Dusseldorf lands at Edinburgh Airport due to paperwork blunder.
Blunder. Careless mistake, often serious.
And they feel so strongly about it, they've used it twice in the headline.
Okay, so what kind of word is blunder?
Blunder is a countable noun, means a careless or stupid, perhaps, mistake.
Okay, and what kind of verb will be used with it?
Make.
Ah,
So
make a
we're talking about this pilot, we could say he made a pretty significant blunder
Yeah.
when he arrived in the wrong country with all his passengers.
And if you make more than one?
You could make blunders because it's countable, or you could make a series of blunders.
Okay, so for example, if I leave my keys in the house when I lock the door and I leave and I load my wallet along the way and all sorts of things happen to me due to my own carelessness, I could say I've made a series of blunders.
You could say you've made a series of blunders, exactly. Or, I'm going to use a verb form again, you blundered.
Ah, okay. And is
So I blundered when I left the house, I blundered when I got on the bus and forgot my wallet.
That's perfectly human, perfectly forgivable.
And the other form we can use is the ing form as an adjective.
Okay.
But this is quite strong, so don't say it to your family or your bosses or anything. We normally say it to friends in an informal way.
Someone who understands that you're joking with them. Maybe
Yeah,
not
so I
being
could
as
say, "Oh, Dan, you're such a blundering fool. Why did you do that?"
It happens all the time. Very, very human. Okay, well, thank you for not blundering through that explanation. Let's have a look.
Did it make any blunders?
No, you didn't actually. It was very good.
Yes.
Let's have a look at the third headline.
The third and final headline for today is from RTL Today, and our word is stifle. It says BBC presenter can't stifle the laughs.
Stifle, restrain or prevent something from happening.
Exactly. So the topic of the story is that when the BBC headliner was reporting on this admittedly very funny story, he was trying not to laugh because he was on the TV, but it says can't stifle. He couldn't do it.
Okay,
So he began to laugh, although he was trying not to. He was trying to prevent his laughter, to stifle it.
Much like children who often stifle their laughter when they're getting told off and they don't understand how
Yeah, you
serious.
could stifle laughter and you could stifle giggles as well if you're a child and your parents shouting at you, guaranteed to make them more angry.
Okay, and can we use this in other ways? Does it have another
You can
meaning?
actually. There is a more serious use of stifle, which means to prevent something from having air. And it's in this more serious context, you're also likely to see it in headlines. So, for example, if there's a government that doesn't like criticism, you could say the government is trying to stifle criticism by silencing journalism.
I see. Or maybe if you have a very artistic child who would like to become an artist or a photographer, but actually the parents, its parents, would prefer it to become a doctor or a mathematician, they might stifle its creativity.
Stifle its creativity, exactly, yes.
Very nice. Well, thank you for not stifling any information about
try my
that
best.
vocabulary. Now, Tom, could you please recap the vocabulary?
Of course I can. We have baffled, completely confused, blunder, a careless mistake, often serious, and stifle, restrain or prevent something from happening.
Thank you very much. Now, if you'd like to test yourself on today's vocabulary, there is a quiz that you can take on our website.
Don't get baffled.
Don't get baffled. Thank you very much. You've baffled me now, Tom. Where was I? Quiz you can take on our website, bbclearningenglish.com.
Don't make any more blunders, Dan.
Thank you very much also, Tom. There are also lots of other language videos for you to learn with and lots of other materials available for you. You can also find us on social media. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Do you have another one?
I'm trying to stifle my laugh.
I'm trying to stifle my laughter as well. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And of course, there is an app that you can use. It's free to download and free to use, so you can take us with you wherever you go. Apologies there for the misspeech. Tom is making faces at me.
But all the language has been exemplified again.
Yes. Thank you very much for joining us, and goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
News review from BBC Learning English.
Hi everybody, it's Neil from BBC Learning English here. Did you enjoy that video? Of course you enjoyed that video. You love our videos, which is why you need to subscribe. And then you can see as many of our videos as you like and improve your English. Tell your friends too. Enjoy!